And how are you in the background? Good morning, what it do? What's up, guys? It is your girl, Phoenix. I am here with your collective message. It's a little dark over here, I feel like, but that's okay. So, I know it's been a minute, guys. It's been a while, and I've been trying not to be so hard on myself as far as showing up and doing these collective messages, because there is a lot of newness going on, right? And the schedule is very busy. So I'm shifting, I'm adjusting, I'm bending, never breaking. Okay. But for those of you guys who are new here, Grand Rising, this is your short collective message for today. And for those of you guys who are returning, Grand Rising and welcome back. Okay. Please keep in mind, because this is a collective message, that you guys will see this message whenever it is meant for you, right? Everything happens in divine timing, on time, right? So when this message is for you, you will see it. It will come across your page. There will be some sort of energy pull there that will pull you into this message and will say, hey, this is for you, right? But keep in mind, there's no gender in tarot. There's only masculine energy and feminine energy that dwells in us all. Please also, my love, keep in mind to take what resonates with you, with your spirit, and to leave the rest, right? Everything will align and fall into place and make sense exactly when it is meant to, right? And so, before we get started, I do want to give thanks to my ancestors, my ancestors, my angels, my spirit guides, the most high mother and father that governs everything, that governs us all, that beautiful light source energy, that power, that light, right? We give thanks. We give thanks. I give thanks for the peace, for the protection, for the grace, right? And I give thanks for being such a connected conduit so that I can deliver these messages to you guys in a way that you guys can understand, right? And may we all continue to be protected as we exchange these energies today. Peace be unto you. All right. Make sure to like the video if it resonates, because it definitely does help out with the channel. And I have been going for some time. Okay. So like the video, let the people know that I'm back. Right. So we're going to hop right on into the message. But first, I am hearing something here. So before we get into the cards, we'll get into the messages, the direct messages, right? And so the first thing I heard, as you guys can tell by the title of the video, right, is that, hi everybody, Grand Rising. There is a grandmother that's just like, be patient with yourself, right? Be kind to yourself, I'm hearing, right? But most importantly, have grace, right? And I'm hearing little flower. So maybe she called you little flower. Maybe flowers were significant. Maybe she planted flowers. Maybe she was a gardener. Maybe as a little child, you used to give up, you used to run up and give her little flowers. But flowers are very significant here. There's the connection here with that grandmother, you, and flowers, right? And so after we get done with the collective message, you sure can. You sure can. And I'm going to try to make it quick, right? Well, not really quick, but I'm going to try to get through it in a timely manner. That way we can get to your personal questions, okay? But she's saying to have some grace with yourself, because you're somebody, you're very hard on yourself, right? And there's a shift happening in your life, right? Things are blooming, things are flowering, right? Flowers, again, very significant here. But things are blooming, things are shifting, things are growing. I'm hearing things are going in your favor, right? Those prayers that you used to pray months ago, they're being answered right now. right? So this is a whole reset, a whole recalibration here that's going on. And so we have to, factor in like there's going to be some sort of rockiness here, right? The plates, the platonic plates are very significant. That's what I'm seeing moving and things like that, right? But you guys need to adjust, right? So don't be so hard on yourself. Some of you guys may feel like you're not doing enough, right? Or you're wishing you could do more. I'm not really sure what that is. Maybe like, okay, maybe you're working some kind of job, but you want to do something else. And Spirit is like, give your time, give your body, give your mind, give yourself that time to first get used to that, right? And then, factor in some other things, right? That business, my entrepreneurs, that content creation, right? Mm-hmm. Take some time for yourself, is what I'm hearing, right? That self-care. You don't have to just rush in and do everything all at one time, right? I'm hearing a to build slow or a slow build here. Okay? 10 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, right? That's what I say. Like right now, when it comes to like emotional stability, right? When it comes to your happiness, when it comes to your security, when it comes to your peace, like it's, I'm hearing this all here, right? Like Spirit is really setting some things up for you here. Okay, so the comfort is there, and then there's like some sort of new beginning here with this Page of Pentacles. And you could be somebody like you have a very how can I say this? Like you have a very energetic type of energy here, right? Even if you're older, you have like a younger type of energy. And it's not younger in like a naive type of way. It's just like a very energetic way. Right? Like when you get new ideas and things like that, you're like, okay, let's go for it. Let's do it. Like there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of momentum, right? Your aura is very bright. You are very bright. You can be very optimistic as well. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, Spirit is telling you like this is a whole new beginning for you. This is a clean slate. I'm hearing, okay. And so, Spirit really wants you to take a step back, and that's why she's saying don't rush. That's why she's saying be patient with yourself, right? To look at the bigger picture here, okay. Align with some things, map some things out, write some things down, right? Even if you have to write it on sticky notes and post it on your mirror or something like that where you can see it every day. Like do those type of things here, okay? But she's also saying, but hold on to that vision, right? And again, self-care is very, very important. Don't get caught in the hustle and bustle of life. Don't get caught on that hamster wheel, okay? But be patient with yourself as you're building as well, okay, as you are creating that foundation, because you guys, whatever you're building, whatever you're creating, it has a very strong, a very firm foundation here. Okay, so yeah, you guys could be definitely focused on your happiness, on your peace, on your bag. I'm hearing, right? Knowledge is very significant. Occult knowledge is very significant. Cherries could be very significant. Take that as as it resonates. Okay, and I'm seeing a couple as well. Okay, so this could be maybe you just like cherries, but maybe like you and your man be feeding each other cherries. Who knows? Okay. Again, take the energy as it resonates. But for a lot of you people, for a lot of us, right, this is like a partnership, working together with someone to build something that is very firm, that has a very strong foundation here, whether it be in a romantic relationship or whether it be in some sort of business partnership here. Okay, but that is going to be something that you can depend on. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, Spirit is telling you to keep going, right? To keep going, to trust in yourself, right? To trust that, that you are a leader and you have a very sharp mindset, right? You're very smart here. You are the head of the pack. Like, you don't need anybody to pump you up, right? You don't need that. You don't need 150,000 followers. You don't need 2 million followers, right? You are somebody, like, you can go out here and you'll get it done by yourself. Mhm. Even when all odds are stacked against you, even when, like, you're somebody that you get up and you keep going, even if you get knocked down, you get up and you keep going, and you are going to be blessed for that, right? Keep evolving, keep your mind on elevation, right? You're a very mysterious being, right? You could be doing something in the background right now. What I mean by that, you could be doing something and you're not telling other people what's going on, and spirit is like, yeah, keep doing that, right? We got some cards on the floor here. Well, not on the floor, but over there on the table. When I picked up my deck, they were still there, right? But yeah, and that's why spirit is telling you to keep going. Okay, you're somebody. You're very mysterious here. People can't figure you out. Maybe people are trying to figure out what you got going on, but you're not telling anybody. You're keeping it very much so to yourself. And spirit is saying, yes, continue to do that. And I'm hearing hermit mode, right? So yeah, right now is the time for you to focus on you. Again, focus on this shift, focus on this recalibration, right? Focus on what you've been focusing on: your peace, your mind, your bag, right? Your security, your family. Keep that. Hold on to that vision. Have tunnel vision here. Okay, there's nothing but chaos going on in the outside world, we're hearing. Okay, but everything is aligning. You guys are healing on purpose. Okay, because I heard purposefully healing. Okay, and healing for a purpose, healing to heal others as well. Okay, so you guys could definitely be some sort of community healer or some sort of community leader. Okay, or maybe that's something that you want to do, and spirit is telling you to go ahead and step out there. Okay, do the things that you love, because I'm looking at the sun, and the sun represents joy and happiness, and doing things that bring your heart peace, that bring you peace, that make you happy, right? And so yeah, spirit is telling you to do that. Step out there and do that. You don't need anybody to put a battery in your back, right? You just need to go out here and do it. Know that spirit is that battery I'm hearing. Okay, let spirit crank you up. Let spirit hype you up. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so there definitely could be like a part of you, right? Four of Pentacles out here in reverse. There definitely could be a part of you, like, even though you are like secure, even though you do have that firm foundation, you do have, those new desires and new beginnings and things like that, there's still a part of you that's just like, well, hold on. Like, there's still a part of you, I don't want to say, well, it's like, is this going to stay? Right? There's still some sort of doubt here. And it's all a mind thing. Page of Swords energy. Okay, so this could definitely have something to do with your past, right? Hell yeah. Okay. So yeah, maybe the things that you went through in the past, maybe like in your earlier years, maybe you weren't so secure. Maybe you didn't have that strong foundation, right? Maybe you didn't have those people that you could depend on. Most importantly, maybe you couldn't even depend on yourself, right? So even though you have like this whole new reality here, this whole, like, this shift occurring, it's still a part of you that's like, but hold on, is this real? Like something like that. It's given that. Okay, give me more about this, spirit. Yes, spirit is telling you to get out of your mind. Okay, to just get out here and do, right? Create that savings account. Okay. It has a lot to do revolving around money and things like that. Even like with your shift in finances and stuff like that. Spirit is telling you to learn from your past. Don't hold on to that past and carry that trauma with you until you get to this point where it's kind of like you're not even doing nothing, or you're stagnant or something like that, right? Spirit is telling you to take those lessons from the past and use it to evolve, to grow, right? Like, okay, yeah, maybe you didn't have that secure foundation. Maybe you didn't have that savings account to fall back on in the past. So now that you're in this position again today where you can, okay, create that savings. Alrighty? Don't hold on to those money insecurities or that lack mindset. Build it from anew, right? Build it from anew. Give me more, spirit. Yeah, Queen of Cups. Okay. So you guys have definitely been taking like a lot of, you guys have been doing a lot of um spiritual work. You guys have been doing a lot of like going within, right? Mm-hmm. A bodies of water is very significant for somebody's healing. Okay, you could definitely need some sort of spiritual bath. All right, but you could just be somebody who likes the water, right? Whether it's like a slow a slow trickling sound of water, maybe it's you going to like the beach or something like that, but that brings you peace. That brings you peace. Mm-hmm. And you're somebody, you're very, spirit is saying that you've been working on yourself emotionally here. Mm-hmm. And so spirit is wanting you to pull on that, right? You guys have developed from like this very, maybe at one point in time you were just very hard on yourself when it came to like the words or the things that you were speaking to yourself. But you guys have been healing when it comes to like your emotional capacity or something like that. Oh, okay. Yep, we got the Empress down there on the floor. Grand Rising, everybody. I hope that all is well. Yeah, you guys have been evolving here. Okay, so Spirit is telling you to take what you've learned about yourself or take what you built on and like produce something great from it, or you will produce something great from it. Mm-hmm. Tap into your creativity. Tap into your gifts. Tap into your sacred power, into that feminine energy here. Okay, that healing energy, that nurturing energy. Nurture your gifts, nurture yourself, right? Again, as that flower, right? Prune yourself, water yourself, take care of yourself. Okay, but again, know that you guys are about to do something crazy, and there's somebody about to come in that's going to like reciprocate all of that energy that you're pouring out into others and into yourself. Mm-hmm. Spirit is about to like Spirit is about to reflect that love, that care that you've been pouring into yourself and pouring out into others. It's about to reflect it right back to you. Spirit is saying to get ready, right? Like there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be coming to you. I'm hearing community, I'm hearing soul tribe, right? So not just like business partnerships and relationships, like intimate relationships, but this is like, yeah, your community coming and backing you as well. Again, community work could be very significant for somebody. Okay, if you've been wanting to tap into community work, Spirit is telling you like now is the time. Okay, do it now. The community needs you, and you've probably been telling yourself that, but again, like there's just that one part of you that's just like still holding on to the past there, still holding on to that negative self-talk, right? Still holding on to the negative things that your family members said to you when you were young and things like that, right? Still letting those intrusive thoughts win. But Spirit is telling you that you are a warrior. Like, yeah, like you've lost a lot of things, but look at you. You still made it through, right? You're still very strong. You're still very courteous. You're still very loving. Six of Swords energy, Mercury energy there. Okay, you guys are moving on to something better, right? And then even when I was talking about you guys have like lost a lot and been through a lot, look at the feathers, right? But you guys are moving on, right? Moving on to a more peaceful state, right? And Spirit is telling you like, yeah, there's going to be trials and tribulations in every journey, right? But it only shows you who you are. It only shows you how strong you are. It only shows you how capable you are, right? So we need to look at it, like, look on the bright side, right? Like, yeah, you've been through it, but look at you. Look at you, right? 5 of Cups out here. Okay, you guys have been healing. I'm telling you, you guys have went through a lot, right? A lot of people have hurt you. A lot of people have abandoned you, right? And at one point in time, you carried that weight, okay? But I feel like now you guys are moving on. You guys are sort of like letting that stuff go. Yeah, of course, it's not becoming you because, I mean, you're you, right? You're not going to allow those negative energies and things like that to dictate how you move, how you think, how you act with other people, right? But there is a part of you still that holds on, or that was holding on to it, right? So, yeah, you guys have been doing like a lot of inner work, a lot of that healing work, a lot of cleansing, a lot of releasing, right? And a lot of you guys be in your head a lot. A lot. And I'm hearing dreams, all right? And I'm seeing a daydreamer. So you could definitely be a daydreamer. And spirit is like, stop writing about it, stop thinking about it. Go out here and and bust a move, right? But go out here and do it. Some of you guys sit up under the moon and y'all write petitions and y'all talk to God, and you guys do all of these things, right? But when it comes to climbing that mountain, there's just something in you that's just always like, well, I'm going to wait this out, or I'm going to wait on the perfect time, right? And spirit is just like, there is no perfect time, baby. Go out here and do it, right? Go out here and do it. I seen the Sun card. Look, we got the Fool card out here in reverse. So, yeah, what I tell y'all, there's a part like you want this, you crave this, right? But there's a part of you that's just perched up on this tree branch, like not willing to trust, right, that the universe has you, right? Or maybe you don't even really trust yourself or believe in yourself enough, right? But spirit is telling you like that you got it. The Emperor card, and then we have the 7 of Pentacles out here as well, right? You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that you are capable. You need to believe that you are powerful, because you are. You need to believe that you can do it. Like, this is a very strong mindset the Emperor has, right? So you have baby, you're very smart. You're very capable, right? And spirit is wanting you to really boss the fuck up. Okay? Stop making excuses for yourself. Stop dressing it up and making procrastination look pretty, right? Don't do that. Believe in yourself. Some of you come from very ancient tribal bloodlines. Like, you guys are like the one. Okay? And spirit is telling you to act like it. Okay? To stand on your truth, to stand on your authenticity, right? To stand on like your wits, to stand your square, right? To stand in your square. Okay, who cares if people think you're a bitch? Who cares if people don't like you, right? But stand up and fight for what you believe in. Fight for what you want. Feathers could be very significant here. Okay, crow feathers, to be very exact, could be very significant here to somebody. Okay, but spirit is really wanting you again to just build on that foundation that you guys have already been building on, right? To again hold on to that dream, to hold on to that goal, right? To continue to create that stability, that peace, right? That richness that you desire. Because it isn't about anybody else. It is about you. It is about what you want, right? What you desire. And again, even if you have to stand alone, right, in the beginning, that's okay. Alrighty, you take that. Okay, but Judgment card, spirit is setting you up, baby. And then look, it landed right on top of that Empress card and right on top of that 2 of Cups. So I'm telling you, spirit is really setting you up, right? I'm hearing set apart, right? Again, and you guys had to go through that death to have this extreme rebirth, right? And that's why spirit is telling you to give your time, or to give yourself that time to recalibrate, right? Give yourself that time to really heal. A lot of you guys have just came out of like this huge spiritual battle, right? A lot of you guys have just won this huge spiritual battle here, right? And so now you got to give yourself a little time to, to heal. Again, that self-care that Spirit was talking about. Okay, but know that you have been set apart. Know that you are now in your rightful place, right? So again, continue to live in gratitude, right? Continue to express gratitude, because again, you guys are definitely walking in some answered prayers and into some answered prayers. I'm hearing the best has yet to come, guys. Okay, it has yet to come. You guys soon will be screaming from that same mountaintop that y'all were scared to climb. Okay, again, you guys will soon be screaming at the top of that mountaintop that you guys were just once scared to climb. You guys will be screaming about how grateful you are, right? Crying in gratitude, right? But Spirit is lifting you up, baby. Spirit is lifting your name up, okay? Spirit is saying, get ready to be known, get ready to be heard, right? Again, back to that community work. Some of you guys could be thinking like, okay, first of all, some of y'all need to know that, baby, like sometimes you gotta, well, hell, all the time you gotta start small, right? Like, and embrace that, okay? Because that's the time where you can grow, where you like, but embrace that. Some of you guys are expecting to do one event and have 500 people there, right? And no, Spirit is saying, like, embrace the growth, embrace the journey, okay? But yeah, Spirit is setting you up for richness. And when I say your richness, okay, look at that. 7 of Cups out there. You guys are about to have options, baby. Okay, and I'm telling you guys, like, your savings account, your finances, like, your, baby, everything is just blossoming so greatly around you. Right? Spirit is, like, really about to give you options. I'm hearing all of your plates are full, right? You guys are about to be blessed, right? In the face of your enemies, right? And not that they're your enemies, but these are just people that, like, I'm hearing jealous, right? People that be hating, right? Some people could have even been speaking bad on your name, okay? Yeah, but you guys got to make the decision. This is the 2 of Swords that landed on that floor, right? You guys have to make the decision, okay? Stop sitting up. See, for some of y'all, it's like the path is very clear. But again, like, the swords represent the mind, right? So the path is very clear, but there's that internal voice. There's that intrusive thought right there, right? That negative Nancy is what we call it, right? That's just like, no, not yet. Wait on the perfect time. Wait on the perfect people. Wait till you're just like this. But no, you have to walk through that fire. Right? And when you guys realize, like, once you guys walk through that fire, baby, like, you guys are gonna see, like, baby, you were a diamond the whole time. And not just a diamond, the diamond. Okay? But again, you have to get out of your mind and you have to make that decision and just walk. Again, walk by faith, not by sight. Okay? Because there's going to be plenty of things that you see. There's going to be plenty of things that you hear that will try to make you go the other way, right? That will make you say, okay, well, maybe not today, right? But again, Spirit is telling you to keep walking, baby. Again, to trust, to have that faith, because you guys are about to open yourselves up again to a whole new reality. I'm seeing keys here, okay? Trust that inner knowledge, trust that wisdom, trust that guidance, right? Queen of Wands, okay? Trust in your ability to create. Okay, yeah, look at that. Spirit is telling you again to take the journey. To take the journey, alrighty? To trust in yourself. To trust, again, that you are capable. Okay? But really stand in your creativity, because you guys are very smart. And there's something that's wanting to just come out. There's an idea that's wanting to come out. Right? That wants to come from you. It just wants to break out. But then there's you, like, holding yourself back, right? You're keeping yourself in this little shell. You're telling yourself that you're shy, right? You're telling yourself that people won't support you, or whatever the case may be, right? But Spirit is telling maybe you're even telling yourself that people ain't gonna like it. That's what I'm hearing. People ain't gonna buy it. Why would people buy it from me and they can get it from 15 other million people? Right? These are the things that you could be telling yourself. But Spirit is telling you, hell no. Go out here and do it. Okay? Be courageous. The lion. Right? In the Wizard of Oz, he was seeking courage. So Spirit is telling you, to be courageous. You could be somebody that's, hell, you like the lion. You out here seeking courage. You out here waiting on the perfect time. Right? Not realizing you create the perfect time. You just got to get out here and do it. Sunflowers are very significant here. Okay? And now we're going right back to the grandmother. Maybe that grandmother had those sunflowers. Okay? Or again, maybe you got sunflowers. Maybe you plant sunflowers. Right? Or maybe the sunflowers, again, that represents that joy, that happiness, that abundance. Maybe that's what that is, right? Operating in your creativity, right? Allowing that feminine energy to just, thrive. That, of course, that's what makes us happy, baby. We know that, okay? But you need to know that. Somebody need to know that. Right? That peace, that love, that happiness that you're seeking, it's all going to start by you. With you, okay? And with you doing the things that make you happy, right? Some of you guys could be looking for people to make you happy or something like that. Seeking out people to make you happy. When you need to be trying to make you happy. Okay? And again, we're going back to the Emperor. They're pulling me back to that Emperor card. Okay? Stand in your truth, stand in your power, stand in your authority. Okay? Yeah. Maybe you feel like somebody's feeling like if they put themselves out there or something like that, people are going to think they're weird or something like that. Okay? But again, you were never meant to be here to follow trends. Okay? You are a trendsetter. Okay? And you're not going to realize how truly powerful you are or something like that until you really start operating in that energy. We just had a lot of cards fall out, y'all. We only going to take 2 of these cards. All of the cards are beautiful. Right, but we're only going to take 2, okay? Yeah. And we got the 6 of Wands and the Moon card. Ready? Yep, I'm ready. Okay. So, yeah, Spirit is about to reveal to you that you've been a winner the whole time. Okay? That you are the winner. Again, that you are a leader, right? Child, meant to be in the spotlight. Spirit is about to reveal some things about you, right? You guys need to start tapping into that. And I don't even like to I don't even like to call it darker side, right? But that side of you that you keep hidden, that side of you, shadow side, right? And it goes so many ways, right? Even with the creativity, right? You keeping yourself closed off, or you keeping your creativity hidden, right? Because you're thinking that people are going to think it's weird or something like that, right? But again, when you break out of that shell and when you let yourself be seen, like there's power in that, right? And then you start to open up the doors, right? People start to admire you for that. They say, oh my God, she's really somebody that operates in her authenticity. I like that, right? And then people start to look up to you, right? But people are going to be doing that anyway, right? With that 6 of Wands out there, right? But you're very inspiring and you are meant to inspire people. So break out of that cage that you put yourself in. We ready? Okay. But break out of your shell, okay? Break out of that mind state, okay? I love you guys so very much. Y'all have a very beautiful day. Peace.